Many people in Cameroon do not still believe that it is important to learn their mother tongue. When often asked, some will respond to you, I beg, na country talk go give me work. C'est ça qu'on mange. You know how we respond in Cameroon when we are being asked a question. But today I'm gonna attempt to give you some reasons why it is important to learn your mother tongue. The number one reason why you should learn your mother tongue is that learning our mother tongue protects our cultural heritage. Studies have revealed that every 3.5 years, one language is disappearing. In Cameroon, we keep saying that we have more than 280 languages. I bet you, I am not really sure that we still have those number of languages, because more and more those languages are decreasing, those languages are diminishing. Even if the language has not yet disappeared completely, but many of you can testify that the rate at which people speak their mother tongue is greatly reducing. So in the next 20 years, there are so many of these languages that are going to disappear. So what are you doing about it? At first, our parents would send us to the village to learn your mother tongue and interact with grandma and grandpa and the rest. But nowadays, some of those grandparents are no longer in the village even. And even when you go to the village, some of those children in the village, they all speak English. Nobody wants to speak the mother tongue, or they speak pidgin English. What does that indicate? Anything that dies from the root is there. So, do you want to sit quiet and wait for your mother tongue to die completely? Definitely not. The second reason why you should learn your mother tongue is so that you can express your feelings, you can express your ideas clearly. In our mother tongue, we have riddles, we have wise sayings. If the language dies, it means that these riddles and wise sayings are going to die. When the pastors are preaching, they always refer back to the original text, maybe in Hebrew or in Greek or whatever language it is. They always refer back to it, and they bring out words from that language. Meaning that what this language that we are using, this English language, is limited. We are not really able to express ourselves. We are not able to share our ideas clearly because we are using a language that is not ours. So, do you see the need to learn your mother tongue? If not, stay right up to reason number 3. Our mother tongue contains a lot of information about our history, about health, about science, about technology. There is a lot embedded in our mother tongue. At first, they used to say, if you want to hide information from a black man, put it in a book. And today I would say, if you want to hide information from a black man, put it in the mother tongue, because more and more we are losing our mother tongues. Things are changing. Haven't you realized that the world is becoming oral? More and more, nobody wants to read. Everybody wants to follow videos or listen. Now we have what? We have audiobooks because people no longer want to read. So, while other nations will be having a lot of information, documented tips that we can learn from their culture just by listening or viewing Cameroonians, we might not have anything, because while the world is going oral, we are going to have nothing to document. We are going to have nothing to show off for, because we have lost a lot of information in our mother tongue. Think about it for a moment. So if you're not still convinced, I still have one bonus reason why you should learn your mother tongue. Stay tuned. The bonus reason, as I told you, why you should learn your mother tongue. For those of you who watch news and those of you who are keen to current events, you realize that the shift is no longer from Africa to the West. Now the shift is from the West back to Africa. Many people are moving back home. And I don't know, for those who are moving back home, I don't know what language you want to speak when you get back home. I don't know what language your kids will be speaking when they get back home. If you're from Germany, is it German that you'll be bringing back to Cameroon? The Spanish language? Is it the Japanese? I don't know where you find yourself. And even for those who are here in Cameroon, you realize that more and more people are giving value to their culture. We are holding firm now to our culture. Those of you who are preparing to come back home, it is good to start preparing your kids. Let them start learning their mother tongue. By communicating and by using your mother tongue is helping us to preserve our language and preserve our culture. So for those of you who are my country people, for those of you who are from Meta, you know what? I'm gonna be at the gate to Meta land, and there's gonna be a test called Meta Language Proficiency Test, MLPT. MLPT. Please register it. There's gonna be a Meta Language Proficiency Test. And everybody that wants to get into Meta land, you're going to write that test. Please, do you know our benchmark for that test? We don't want any 7s, You should have at least an 8 on 10, okay? You should have at least an 8 on 10. So please, prepare yourself. So we are talking something that is going to be in the next, let's give it time. Let's give 10 years. Yeah, let's give it 10 years. So within the next 10 years, we're going to be having Meta Language Proficiency Test. Woo, my Meta people. Well, that's just to encourage you that learning your mother tongue is so very important. We don't want our values to be lost. We don't want our identity to be lost. Or do you want it? You want it. We want to preserve our language. And so the way to preserve it is by learning it, is by speaking it. So the more we speak, the more we keep the language alive. Okay, guys, so if you enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe and share this video so that many more people can know the good news about the language that God speaks. Thank you once again, and see you next time.